Countdown. The open mic talk show with your hosts, Cara Black, Darnell Swift, and Carl King II. Turn it up.
Yeah, party people, once again, you're just in time for another edition of the open mic talk show. And man, do we have a show for you today. But before we jump off into the show, let me introduce our resident superstar. She's from Oklahoma City. She went to Douglas High School. You can always find her repping the orange and black on her back. She performs all across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, she is our resident superstar. She's the one and only, the incomparable Cara Black.
Thank you. I got a tattoo, orange and black, on my back.
That's right. Yeah, and of course, like Cara likes to point out all the time, I'm from a whole bunch of different places. I have been here, there, a little everywhere. You know, I have lived all across this great state, what we call land of the red man. I'm Carl King II. Boy, we have a show for you today. But before we do, this show is being powered by our good friends at the Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival. Happening Juneteenth weekend, June 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. In the land of enchantment, the wonderful, the beautiful Hobbs, New Mexico. Are you ready, sis?
I'm ready. I'm so ready to get to the land of enchantment.
So Cara and I will be your hosts for the weekend. Of course, we are the dynamic duo. Been on the radio for over 2 decades. We host shows, do commercials. We do our thing, and we're bringing it to Hobbs. So get ready. Also, just learned today, sis, that the media camp for the kids will kick off about 2 or 2:30 in the library.
Awesome.
I thought that you would really like that. I know you're not an early person. I said, man, if they're going to do a 9 o'clock, we're going to have a problem. I'm going to have to do this solo because I already know. Since she don't, we have that in common. We're night owls, and I don't, don't be scheduling me nothing at 8:30 in the morning. I don't want it. No.
No, thank you.
Unless it's a big, beautiful breakfast, I can have that and then go right back to bed.
Some milk.
That's right. And speaking of, before we came on the air, I just happened to have a nice glaze to get the party started for the day.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to go ahead and get my little nourishment and everything and, make it happen. It's all good. So.
Yes.
Okay. I was hacked. I have lost my Facebook account and all 3 of my Instagram accounts.
That's horrible.
It is. The initial shock was, it shocked me even. Like, okay, is this, and I was a little disappointed in how shocked I was. Because if you remember, sis, back in the day, our platform that we had the stations on was the Ning page. Do you remember that? We had our own social network and all that. You remember that?
Yes.
I am going back to that model. I'm going to hook up the website where they can, have membership, where we can stay in contact. I will not be going through this again moving forward. I'm having people reach out to me and it's just like, what happened? What is it? You blocked me? And oh my goodness. It's been quite a conundrum to say the least. So I have been hacked. I will have a new page here on the short and hopefully we'll move forward. And man, I don't know what to say. It's quite a blow. Over
Yeah.
10,000 people I've lost connection with. But we'll try to, reconnect going forward. That's what we'll do. Sis, tonight, yours, mine, everybody's favorite, the Oklahoma City Thunder
Yeah, thunder up.
take on the Indianapolis Pacers.
Now, they had to get rerouted on the
I
way
do-
in because of the storm.
They were welcomed appropriately to Oklahoma, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
So what Cara's referring to, when they tried to fly in Tuesday evening, they had to be rerouted to Tulsa. I'm not sure if they wait and flew in later or if they just drove in. I'm not sure.
They had to reroute them, and they came in later after the storms had passed.
Okay. So, yeah, the Indianapolis Pacers were flued out here to Oklahoma City, and they had to get reflued later because it was the weather. Yeah, it was bad. It was
Yeah, I
crazy.
believe they had to go. Yeah, they had to go back to Dallas and then come back in.
Oh, my goodness. So they had to be
So it's like,
reflued to another
they
state,
had to
huh?
go- Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Well,
They're here safe and sound for the game tonight.
they're
so.
here tonight. And you know what, guys? Here, I have some great information for you. Breaking news. I wanted to let you in on the conversation I had today with Sam Presti. They've just activated me for the game tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, they said quite possibly they may need some of my presence and veteran leadership. They may need a couple of points and some rebounds in crunch time. And they wanted to know, was I ready? And I said, Sam, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
That's right.
And, now I'm not an NBA basketball player, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I'm ready for the job. I can do this. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And
The city is counting on you.
I was thinking about that and the enormity of this moment, and I will not be overwhelmed. I am prepared for this, and I will do what I am trained to do. So I just want everybody to know you can count on me. You can count on this victory. You can chalk it up, take it to the bank. It is guaranteed. We are going to be bringing the championship home. I will not let us lose again. Now, sis, what's crazy about this is I remember the first time we played in the championship, as a matter of fact, our only time when we played the Miami Heat. We had a really young team. Everybody felt like that really wasn't a big deal because we'd be back every year. I told them that probably was not true, and it was not. They hadn't even made it back to. They broke up. The next year, I'm not quite sure if Russell got hurt or KD got hurt. One of them got hurt the next year for a significant amount of time. And then they traded James Harden. A lot of things happened, and ultimately they never even made it back to the Western Conference Finals. They never even made it back. Yeah. So having said that, yeah, man, I mean, this is an opportunity, and they don't come very often, and we definitely need to seize the moment tonight. We need to win this game tonight.
Most definitely.
Tonight.
They have, team effort, and that's the whole thing. They play as a team, which everybody's been commenting on. It's remarkable that in the NBA, that there's not one particular person who is the go-to. I mean, SGA, of course, he's the leader of the team, but he shares responsibility with all of his team members. If he's not pulling his part, one of his team members will pull him to the side and be like, yo, man, what's up? And he'll do the same to them. They do it for each other.
Sure.
So, it's something I believe they're going to have a dynasty if Sam Presti if they don't break them up.
Well, oftentimes when you have a lot of success as a team, certain players who played a certain role, they don't want to play that role any longer. They feel like they have matured, they have moved on, they have grown, and they want an opportunity to be the man, if you will. And so it would surprise me in today's NBA environment, the culture that we live in, if this team stayed together, if they had other opportunities to go other places and make more money. It's that's kind of the nature of the beast. It's kind of, it is what it is. I hope but you're absolutely correct. If these guys can stay together, And man, we have to bring attention to, and if they do not get hurt and remain relatively healthy as a team, they're going to make a lot of noise for a long time. Do you feel like Sam Presti and the organization has learned from their past mistakes and how they basically lost players for minuscule amount of money? Do you think they've learned?
I think they have. I mean, they went to when they started doing the rebuild and they got rid of all of the stars.
Mm-hmm.
It was shocking.
Took a long time to get back, didn't it?
Yeah, we was like, what are they doing? What is happening? Well, we just got an NBA team, and now they're gonna like just give us a bunch of young guys. But these young guys have shown and proven themselves.
They have.
And,
they have.
It's amazing what they have accomplished so far.
Well, at one point it had gotten so bad with the Thunder, I was so pissed off until I said, we don't even deserve a team. We're not ready for a team. We're not ready for the success that, it would bring. We're just not ready. I don't think that this organization can handle it. People sing Sam Presti's praises a lot. And he's okay. I mean, he's made some serious. I mean, he's all right, but he's made some monumental decisions. The James Harden trade, a different thing. That was
right.
Like, what in the world? I mean, it was a trip, man. The way that they positioned themselves with the Kevin Durant situation with no backup. So basically, people don't even realize when Kevin Durant left, we got nothing for him. We didn't get a trade for him, anything. He just left in free agency. We didn't get anything for him. Now, that's not normally the case, because normally when a superstar of that caliber goes to another team, you normally get something. They just thought that they had it in the bag, and he left. That still is one of the most, I think, cowardly moves in sports history.
Him leaving?
Yeah, you leave.
I didn't know you was a KD hater too, man.
Well, okay. So you are up 3-1 on a team, okay? Your play, or lack thereof, ultimately let that team come back, and you then go to that team? That was in poor taste. That was in poor taste from my perspective and my opinion. Of course, people felt like, on the other side of the coin, he did what was best for him, and obviously he did.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a teammate, and you are the franchise player, and you have a teammate who will not pass you the ball, even when you're open. And, and if upper management is not,
See, I hear the Russ hate coming. I hear the secret Russ hate. I hear the secret Russ hate.
I mean, because he's become a more mature player. Because even after KD left, there were crunch times when we could have been great. And the pressure, he always, the pressure. It was like he put all the weight upon himself, as opposed to being a team player. And that's what I love about the Thunder right now, because they are a true team. The whole bench. You can take all the stars out and put those other young men in there, and they know what they're going to do.
Well, that's a great point. That's a really great point, because oftentimes when you put in the bench players, production, it kind of goes down or becomes stale, if you will. When these guys go in, they oftentimes increase the lead.
Yes.
That's really, really excellent to have bench play, to play at that level and consistently too throughout the season. So, guys, having said that, tonight, ABC, primetime, the Thunder will be at home, taking on the visiting Indiana Pacers. And of course,
you know what else?
What?
I hope that they get a new contract as far as viewership for the games here in Oklahoma. Because I couldn't watch any of the games unless they were somewhere else. I could
Yeah,
not watch,
it's
the broadcast here because they had whatever deal they had with that
whatever
particular
deal they got going on.
service
They
provider.
need to
Yes,
do a different deal for
they need
sure.
to do a different
Yeah,
deal.
y'all need to do a better deal than what y'all doing, and we don't appreciate it here, and we sick of the crap, and we mean it.
Yeah.
You don't be doing that deal. You renegotiate after this damn season and get where we can see these damn games. You're blacking them out and then going to you can't. We want to watch the game,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of it. And Cara's brought it to my attention again. We're gonna come down there and we're gonna boycott y'all and stop business from going on and transactions from being made if y'all don't do a better job. I mean it. That's right.
Yeah, non-exclusive contract.
Right. That's right. I mean, the open mic team, we mean business. We don't just talk tough. We tough. I mean, we'll make it. Hey, you better don't you catch the wrath of the open mic crew up in here. There'll be serious consequences and repercussions. Better recognize they dealing with. That's right. Dealing with the dynamic duo. Better game in your face. Better understand. Okay. Alrighty. So, Trouble in Paradise. Man, things are happening. Things are happening very, very rapidly. Things have been happening literally since we've been on the air. They're having a tweet fest. They're having a war of words in the press, in the media. It's all breaking down. Now, Rockland County, New York, a judge last week said that discovery could take place and this trial investigation could move forward. Now, we're going to tie it all together for you. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in the midst of the biggest, baddest name in talk, the strength, knowledge, and power of the Open Mic Talk Show. Cara Black, Carl King. 2 minutes after the hour. Thank you for joining us. And, sis, what you thinking? Elon, they are going at it. Elon has said that the Republicans would not have won if it wasn't for him. And then he dropped the hammer. Elon then said, the reason the Epstein files have not been released because Trump was in them. I said, great day in the morning. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
The bromance is over.
It is over.
Yeah.
It is over. It is over.
Man, I've always seen, he's talking about, I don't even know him. I didn't know him. Yeah, you knew him. There are pictures of you with him. There are, what do you call it, the manifest of the flights. You were on the flight.
Right.
You were there on the island.
That's right.
So I think, a lot of things are coming out.
Katie Johnson was a 13-year-old girl who was allegedly brutally raped by Donald Trump and Epstein. And this isn't just some rumor. They actually went to court and were going through legal proceedings. And then, of course, her family started receiving death threats.
Yeah.
And they retracted. They ultimately stopped the legal proceedings. As, most people would. What are you going to do? You can't continue with the legal proceedings if you're dead. That's not going to work out well for anybody. So,
Yeah.
So,
the lone Virginia Guffrey, I think that's how you
pronounce
her name.
Yes.
She, of course, she was tragically killed.
So did she kill herself?
Well, they tried to say that. She was in a car accident. She was in a car accident.
Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sis,
I'm the lone accuser.
I wasn't aware of that. I thought that man, you're educating me now, literally on the air. I thought that the lady had committed suicide. That's what they were. I know that's what the reports were.
That's what they were saying. Yeah. But no, she was in an accident, and she was saying that it was I think it was a bus driver that ran into her. Yeah. And
a bus.
Kidney failure. Yeah.
A bus. Now, that's really odd because obviously if you're in a bus and you hit somebody in a car, you probably would ensure that you won't be hurt that bad if you're in a bus. the odds of that happening to one of the most high profile witnesses in the world, actually. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So she was the lone accuser who was continuing to stick by her truth of what had happened to her and the people who were involved in it. But like you said, most of the cases that were brought against them, they were either settled out of court or they backed out for fear of their lives.
Yeah, retribution and fear will definitely make you change course, threatening your family and loved ones. And it's so Elon Musk and Donald Trump are publicly feuding now. I think that this relationship is going to disintegrate even further, and even we're going to have a more war of words as we move forward. But the Rockland County case is really, really significant. So they seem to be fairly certain that the Senate results in New York, in that particular county, are wrong. They're almost certain that the Senate results are wrong, and more likely than not, that the presidential election results in that county are wrong as well.
Yeah.
So, Senator Gillibrand, a Democrat from New York, got 75% of the vote in that county, and Kamala Harris didn't get one single presidential vote in the entire county. One that's heavily Democratic, historically Democratic. There are several statistical anomalies that don't make sense. This is they swore up and down. Are you going to refer to the independent candidate?
Well, yeah, and the voter affidavits that they have, they revealed that there's missing ballots, nearly a 50% shortfall, and there's even 40% voters who say, I voted for her, but they can't find their ballot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and also the same thing with the presidential candidate. Usually when you have the down ballot, people usually go, if they're Democratic, they're going to vote all the way down.
Sure.
But they're showing that this is something that did not happen in this county. There were more votes for the president, the Republican president, more so than ever in this county. So that's part of the irregularities that they have going on.
That makes no sense. So this guy puts all this poison out in the air, does all this destruction, and then you get more popular? Come on, guys. Please stop it. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't
so
make
this
sense.
can definitely set precedent in other states. Looking at the ballots,
It's going to come out. And again, we talk about voting and voting integrity. It's all a ruse. It's all a racket, guys. It's a racket. It is the illusion of inclusion. Let me repeat that. It is the illusion of inclusion. If voting was on the up and up, why would they have so many pitfalls, so many things in place to not count your vote? You got the Electoral College, you got gerrymandering. And when that all didn't work, they just said, you know what, F it. We just gonna straight up steal it right out in front of your face, and what about it? What about it?
What are you gonna do?
What about it? Forget it. I'm sick of it. We did it. Donald Trump, as of last week, went in great detail about the election being rigged, and if it was not, he wouldn't be there. He'd be in jail. He went in great detail about it. It's infuriating. It is. This is just one of the great shortcomings, from my perspective, of the whole political system, voting, and the way that it's set up. It's not set up for the people and to do what the people want. It's all set up for lobbyists, people with big money. to be able to buy,
Thank,
to do what they
well,
want
thank
to do.
goodness for the smart elections people who are the ones
That's
who
right.
brought forward this lawsuit. They are a nonpartisan organization
Mm-hmm.
dedicated to making U.S. elections secure, accurate, accessible, inclusive, well administered, and publicly verifiable. And so, what they're going to ask is that they go back and literally hand count
Mm-hmm.
everything
Yep.
uh, to see where it
Hand
matches
count. I
up.
love it.
Yeah.
You know, we had a conversation, you and I, a couple of days ago, and I don't understand why voting machines need to be connected to the internet. Why that didn't even make sense. Why?
Well,
Why are
that's what
we not erring on the side of caution and something so large, so magnanimous, so huge? Why are we in a rush? That was another anomaly election night. How was the election called so very quickly?
right.
It was like, wait a minute, this is.
It's
And
usually days.
it's highly contested. It's normally days. Folks are fighting and this and that. No, that thing was called quick. It just didn't feel right. It didn't. Something was off. I could feel it. It just was off. And I believe, in my heart of hearts, they cheated.
Hmm.
They cheated. How did Kamala Harris have those numbers? Or were people just lying? I mean, I don't know. But I know this. The way that we have the elections set up in this country, we need major, major reform. We need reform. We need reform. This cannot continue to go like this. So, after Trump leaves office, removed from office, however he exits stage left, are we then supposed to just go back now to the three-party system like nothing ever happened? Is that what we're supposed to do now? Like, okay,
No,
everything's back
I don't
red.
think that's going to happen.
Huh?
Yeah, but I don't believe that's going to happen because I mean, there's too many discrepancies that we have found in our not our judicial system, but our legislative system.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the Democratic Party who seems to be good at doing nothing right now. I mean, but those in the
Yeah.
party who are trying to doing something are being close by the ones who have the power, the leaders of
Mm-hmm.
the Democratic Party. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're still trying to play by the old game plan,
Yeah.
which is not working. So I don't know, and they're going to have to come to some type of agreement
Mm-hmm.
within the party and how they're going to go forward in this
I mean,
political climate.
since it didn't make sense. I mean, this is phenomenal. I mean, this is really, really, really something. I mean, it's just not set up for the American citizen. If it was, it'd be one person, one vote. You shouldn't have all these in betweens, if you. What is the Electoral College for? What? What is that? What purpose does it serve in 2025? This is
None.
2025. Why do we have the Electoral College? Doesn't make any sense. Gerrymandering. How is the gerrymandering of our votes through various states throughout this country? How is that widely accepted? How? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. So they put out this system. Black people, other minorities, they don't participate. They then start participating. Then they start moving the goalposts. Then they start just blatantly out in the open being discriminatory, racist, excluding people. I mean, if How can you combat that if you're on the other side, unless you're willing to do that too? Please, somebody explain it to me. I'm genuinely asking. I really want to know. If they're doing this, we're just sitting here complaining and whining, and we're not doing it too. How are we going to ever combat that? If we're running a 100-yard race, if they start at the freaking 50 every time, what are we going to do? You're going to complain about it and start it and go to 0, or are you going to start at the 52? I mean, I don't understand. Like, it's completely ridiculous, disingenuous to think that what we're doing right now, what the Democrats are doing right now, because I hate all of them equally. I don't like any of them. I hate them all equally. But I don't like none of them.
A very strong word.
Well, I strongly dislike every one of them, all parties. Now, having said that, sis, you have to meet fire with fire. Every time I see Republicans on TV, various pundits, various political forums, shows, and the like, they always refer to the Democrats as traitors and belittling names. Meanwhile, the Democrats come on, my friends on the other side, and such and such and such and all this. And I'm like, we're not in the same game here. We're not in the same game here.
We're not. And thanks to Elon Musk and his threats to the legislators and the senators and announcing that, hey, anybody who votes for this big, beautiful bill should be removed from office, and he will throw all his money towards making it so. It's none of one of the threats that have just been coming up, since his bromance with Trump has fallen apart.
Fallen apart. Everything's going awry, huh?
Everything's going awry. And now, Donald Trump is threatening that maybe he should lose some of these contracts.
Yes, he sure did.
A lot of money. So that is happening.
Oh boy, it's exciting.
So at this moment, a lot of the Republicans are looking at this as like, kind of how do we play this game?
That's right.
Kowtowing to him. This man has money and has helped some of us win our seats.
I love it. I love it.
So you're gonna see a lot of them kind of like
teeter-tottering,
turning face. You're gonna see a whole lot of that going on.
I love it. I'm excited about it.
Travel ban.
Yes, the Congo, several African countries, several countries in the Caribbean. You have yep. Travel ban, 12 or so countries, I believe.
Yeah, he said this was in response to the Boulder, Colorado incident.
Sure.
But the man is from Egypt.
Right.
And Egypt is not one of the countries that he has a full ban on.
Of course, that makes perfect Trump sense.
Yeah. He says we got great relationships with them.
Right. They give me basically they're giving them too much money, and I can't be, disrupting the apple cart at this particular time, so I'm going to make it look like I'm doing something to my supporters because they'll believe anything, And he's keeping our country safe. Look, he's banned all those people from coming over here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they ramped up picking up people to deport them from here.
They have. It's masked, identifiable people who are walking around plain clothes with masks on, basically kidnapping people. That's what they're doing.
Kidnapping people who were here legally and had specific deals with ICE already. They had like ankle monitors. They sent them text messages to come in and check in. And when they checked them in, they were arrested.
Yep.
They were arrested. And I don't know if you know about, there's one of our servicemen. His wife was going to Hawaii to visit him, and they deported her.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well,
Nicole Sarukas.
Well, they say voting has consequences, but cheating has consequences because it's going to come out, guys. First of all, this administration, the people who are involved in it, are all very sloppy. Very, very sloppy. Their business acumen is questionable at best. They're sloppy. It's going to come out, guys. It's going to come out. He cheated. It's going to be definitive proof. And they still won't care. What are we going to do then? Because it's going to come out that he cheated. It is. It's going to come out.
Well, I think, if when it does come out that the people are going to be in outrage, we're going to be in outrage. And we're going to be like, look, if nothing is done, it's going to be such civil unrest in this country.
I believe you're right. I believe you're right. Elon Musk is a raging drug addict. You can look at the guy. He's on ketamine. He's on pills, cocaine. But you see him at various press conferences, and this guy is floating. Eyes roll. I was like, wow. And, you talk about, they talked about Hunter Biden and all of this and all of the stuff. And then you have this man who's one of the richest men in the world, in our government, unelected. So, sis, there's been a lot of talk as of late about Elon Musk and his whole role in Doge and what he's really doing there. I believe that he was there to remove the criminality from himself as well as Trump, get all of our personal information, and exit stage left. The riff, as of late, was all brought about because they were having a discussion about the new head of NASA. And Elon wanted a particular person who was a Democrat, so says Trump, and Trump wanted somebody else. That was the beginning of the end. So
it's gonna be a mess,
Here we are. It is a mess, but you know what? I'm here for it. I'm really here for it. Now, speaking of being here for things, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, dogs, cats, goldfish, get ready. We're bringing the hottest show to Hobbs, New Mexico. Juneteenth weekend, it's going down, man. The Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival. Man, it's going to be a great show. Looking forward to it. Of course, Cara and I will be doing a media camp on that Saturday around 2:30 in the library.
Yes.
That night, it will be a music festival. Cara and I will be performing. She's going to give me an opportunity to be in the band. And
band of one. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. So many wonderful performers.
Yeah, you're going to perform. Of course, we have 14K, Hobbs' very own. Of course, he is in the Devin the Dude camp. He's up in H-Town now, chilling, maxing and relaxing. He'll be home, do his thing. Rob Black is going to be in the building. My man, 50 grand. Some of that Southern soul flavor. Got tracks out with Jeter Jones. He's got a new song coming out. He's going to have a dance with it. And guess what, sis? We're going to try to have New Mexico's largest line dance in the history of the state that Saturday. We're going to get the video. We're going to at 11 o'clock that Saturday morning. We're going to try to get the video to the kids, let them practice. Then in a couple of hours, we're going to try to come together and have the largest line dance in state history during the festival. We're going to try to do it. Try to pull it off.
Okay, we can do it.
And
we gonna do it.
I'm gonna be at the, you and I gonna be at the head of the line doing the thing. We're gonna be breaking it down, while simultaneously doing electric slide and everything too together. That's how we roll,
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sliding across the floor like Maxwell,
Yeah. Don't forget Uncle Funk and friends.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. I ain't forgot Funk Diggity Dog. Yeah, man. My man Uncle Funk and friends are gonna be there. Jennifer Watts, Cotton Candy, and we can't forget about my man 50 Grand. What'd you say? Not the wrong thing, not the right thing. Mr. Same Thing. Hello, huh? Come on now.
Thing.
Mr. Same Thing. Up in that thing. Making it rain. Jang-a-lang. I like that. Listen, man. I'm going to tell you, I'm ready to, I got to get a pic with my man and rap to my brother. That's one of the coldest names. That name was just icy. I loved it, man. I do. I love that name. My man, Mr. Same Thing. I said, all right, that's Mr. Same Thing. That is extremely original. I love it. I can't wait to see him perform. And of course, we got Cotton Candy's going to be in the building, along with Uncle Funk. Going to be setting it off, doing this thing. And of course, for those who don't know, Uncle Funk started off in hip hop. Do you remember the smash hit song by Hurricane Chris, Hey Baby? He produced all of that. And he also did a lot of production with Bootsy. Yeah, he's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and he ain't new to it. He's true to it. He's been doing the music thing for a long time. Gonna have a great show. Gonna have a great time. Looking forward to big things happening in Hobbs. And of course, on that Sunday, Praise in the Park. Gonna form a community choir. I'll be leading that. Yeah, I'm gonna, I think it's time for me to quit, to get off the mic from this way and get on the other side. I've been in the background too long. I've been interviewing. Now it's time for me to get interviewed. Hello, come on. That's right. Yeah. I need some reassurance and some affirmation from you anytime now, sis. You can come on in and say like that's yes, right, or clap or something, or say something, real reaffirming anytime. You can come in.
Yes, Carl is going to be giving his best presentation of tambourine Sunday at the Praise in the Park. Starts at 10 a.m. and you don't want to miss it.
Man, it's going to be a great time in the park. I'm humble.
Tambourines, big tambourines.
I'm humble. I don't really want to say all that, but I appreciate you for going there. I'm a humble guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to, bring it to the people. Praise in the Park is going down. Going to be choirs. Great time. Going to have refreshments. Something cool to drink. Man, it's going to be a great, great weekend. Of course, Friday, we're going to have the old school block party is going to be in the park. We're going to have a movie. Man, it's going to be going down. So you get up that morning, you got the parade, the car show, the 5K run. You got oh my goodness, man. So many activities. And of course, that Saturday beginning at 11 o'clock, they're going to begin the kids zone. Man, the kids got the watermelon pizza. They've got the media camp. They've got so many activities to do. They have an arts and science set up, I believe, or something. I've talked to a woman today who's with the festival, and she gave me a rundown of all of the goings on. Man, going to be great activities for the kids. A really fun time. And of course, we're going to try for that record for New Mexico's largest line dance in the history of the state. We're going to go for it. We can do it. We can do it. So, sis,
we got this.
We can do it. What do you have for the people as we get ready to prepare for the game? I have to, we have to get off the air because I have to go warm up and, get suited up for the game and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep, you're right.
What I have for the people, I would say people, be aware, be diligent as always. There are a lot of things happening. And the more you know, the more you can grow. And just be mindful.
Be mindful.
Be mindful and careful.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the biggest, baddest name in talk. All the strength, knowledge, and power of the Open Mic Talk Show. Cara Black, Carl King. Doing our thing with a 2025 swing. This show is being powered by good friends at the Hobbs Juneteenth Freedom Festival. Shouts out to Chief Virgil Green, Mr. Brian Marshall, and all of the good people in Hobbs, New Mexico. Looking forward to it. Don't meet us there. Beat us there.
Hold up. We certified.
Thank you for listening to the biggest, baddest name in talk. We are the Open Mic Talk Show.
You know what it is.